Hello, I'm Jessica. Welcome to my class. Are you familiar with the scary pumpkin in the picture? Yes, it's the symbol of a very old Western holiday, Halloween. Halloween is an annually celebrated holiday, but just what is it actually to celebrate? And how did this peculiar custom originate? Is it, as some claim, a kind of demon worship? In today's class, we are going to cover three aspects about this holiday: the origin of it, the symbolic elements, and the common activities. Then you can get to know this holiday better. Let's start with the origin of it. Halloween is one of the oldest holidays, with origins going back thousands of years. The holiday has had many influences from many cultures over the centuries, such as from the Romans' Pomona Day, from the Celtic festival of Samhain, to the Christian holidays of All Saints and All Souls Days. Hundreds of years ago, in Great Britain and northern France, lived the Celts, who worshipped nature and had many gods, with the sun god as their favorite. They celebrated their new year on November the 1st, which was made every year with a festival and marked the end of the season of the sun and the beginning of the season of darkness and cold. On October the 31st, after the crops were all harvested and stored for the long winter, the cooking fires in the homes would be extinguished. The Druids, the Celtic priests, would meet in the hilltop in the dark oak forest. Oak trees were considered sacred. They would light new fires and offer sacrifices of crops and animals. As they danced around the fires, the season of the sun passed, and the season of darkness would begin. When the morning arrived, the Druids would give an ember from their fires to each family, who would then take them home to start new cooking fires. These fires would keep the homes warm and free from evil spirits. The November 1st festival was called Samhain. The festival would last for 3 days. Many people would parade in costumes made from the skins and heads of their animals. This festival was Christianized as Halloween. Some academics, however, support the view that Halloween began independently as a solely Christian holiday. The Romans adopted the Celtic practices as their own, but in the 1st century AD, Samhain was assimilated into celebrations of some of the other Roman traditions that took place in October, such as their day to honor Pomona, the Roman goddess of fruit and trees. The symbols of Pomona is the apple, which might explain the origin of our modern tradition of bobbing for apples on Halloween. That's how this peculiar holiday originated. Next, let's look at some symbolic elements related to this holiday, including colors and items. As for colors, black and orange are certainly a part of Halloween. Black is a symbol for night, and orange is the color of pumpkins. As for items, a jack-o'-lantern, costumes, and special foods are included. A jack-o'-lantern is a hollowed-out pumpkin with a face carved on one side. Candles are usually put inside, giving the face with a spooky glow. As the tale is told, a man named Jack, who was notorious as a drunkard and trickster, tricked Satan into climbing a tree. Jack then carved an image of a cross in the tree's trunk, trapping the devil up the tree. Jack made a deal with the devil that, if he would never tempt him again, he would promise to let him down the tree. According to the folk tale, after Jack died, he was denied entrance to heaven because of his evil ways, but he was also denied access to hell because he had tricked the devil. Instead, the devil gave him a single ember to light his way through the frigid darkness. The ember was placed inside a hollowed-out turnip to keep it glowing longer. The Irish used turnips as their jack-o'-lanterns originally, but when the immigrants came to America, they found that pumpkins were far more plentiful than turnips. So the jack-o'-lantern in America was a hollowed-out pumpkin lit with an ember. Besides a jack-o'-lantern, costumes are another popular Halloween symbol. Popular Halloween costumes include vampires, creatures that drink blood, ghosts, spirits of the dead, and werewolves, people that turn into wolves when the moon is full. Of course, special foods must be needed during such a unique festival. Toffee apples, candies, and a variety of desserts with terror as their theme are the representatives. The most irresistible are a variety of desserts with terror as their theme. Spiderweb cookies, eyeball cakes, and witch-finger biscuits are classic food. Flour, butter, milk, pumpkin, and nuts are the major materials to make them. Okay, so many symbolic elements. It seems this festival is mysterious and thrilling. Then, what kind of activities will people conduct with these items? Let's take a look together. Attending Halloween costume parties is one of the most popular Halloween customs. People would dress up in costumes. They would wear special clothing, masks, or disguises to frighten the spirits away. Trick-or-treating is another popular Halloween activity. Children dressed in costumes go from house to house asking for treats like candies or toys. If they don't get any treats, they might play a trick on the house of the owners. The custom of trick-or-treating is thought to have originated not with the Irish Celts, but with a 9th century European custom called souling. On November the 2nd, All Souls' Day, early Christians would walk from village to village begging for soul cakes, made out of square pieces of bread with currants. The more soul cakes the beggars would receive, the more prayers they would promise to say on behalf of the dead relatives of the donors. At the time, it was believed that the dead remained in limbo for a time after death, and that prayer, even by strangers, would expedite a soul's passage to heaven. Apple bobbing is another popular activity in Halloween Eve. You can't have a Halloween party without playing this classic game. It's easy. All you have to do is to float apples in a large tub filled with warm water. The object of the game is to grab an apple in your mouth without using your hands. To make things even more challenging, try removing the stems from the apples. Besides this, people also tell scary stories, watch horror films, carve pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns, and so on. So many interesting activities. Are you eager to attend? Let's await the coming Halloween together. Here are 2 tasks for you. Task 1, matching. Task 2, role play. Okay, today's class is over. This is Jessica. See you next time.